What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse, and this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. Today is the return, second time on the channel, Outer Wilds. Gonna be listening to two songs. One is called Outer Wilds. I'm guessing that's the main theme. And then Campfire song. Both are from the channel and composer Andrew Prallo. Requested by Biosleeve on Patreon, who's on a current health journey. Keep it up, my friend. You're inspiring. Guess I need to do that. So I've heard Outer Wilds one time before. It was Timber Hearth. And that, from what I recall, I don't remember exactly. I just remember it was really tranquil. And I said something along the lines like it feels like you're outside and just kind of... I remember now. I said it basically sounds exactly like what this image looks like, you know, just kind of out there and camping. I've never camped in my life. That's not a thing I do, but if it was to have a soundtrack, then that'd be it. Other than that, I don't know anything about this game. I still haven't seen footage of it or what it looks like or anything. Let's get into it. Damn, 2 million views. Well, I'm going to assume this is the main theme. It's called Outer Wilds, so let's just get into it. Outer Wilds. Sounds like a 12-string guitar, maybe? Yeah, you kind of hear the guitar sounds like sort of doubled. Like a low note and a high note playing at the same time. I think that might be a 12-string. Banjo? Or resonator. Egg shaker. Yeah, see, like everything sounds like you're just outside with like a couple of buddies and just kind of like a campfire circle. I want to see what the game looks like. I'm very curious what it looks like. It's like a side scroller or something. Like, what do you do in this game? Rated 10 out of 10 with theme. Action adventure developed by Mobius Digital. I'll read that later. Oh, I love that. It's like a live guitar take. You can hear the finger slide and everything. That sounds like a regular 6-string now. I just thought of something before I even read it. I have the wiki set up, but I just had a thought right now. Main theme, I think. Okay, so that's, to me, that's supposed to tell the story of the whole game, right? So when I heard this one, it gave me this idea. I don't know if I said this in the first video of Timber Hearth, maybe. But at least right now, the thought is, I wonder if it's one of those kind of games where, I don't know what kind of genre you would classify it as, but like think of like a Journey, Abzu, Bound. Oh, the game was cool. I like that. I like the game. You should play Bound. You know, those kind of atmospheric adventure games where there's like no dialogue kind of thing. You're just kind of going from point A to point B, but it's like all about the aesthetic, you know, like the vibes, everything is moving and kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of a game to lose yourself. Maybe it's one of those. I'll find out in a couple seconds when I pull up some screenshots, but the music, you know, it kind of hints at that kind of openness to me. And I'm gonna assume that this song that we just heard had some motifs that probably reoccurred throughout the whole game. As far as the music, you know, very folk. very, very folk. It does have the stripped down feel of being here, you know, like a couple of friends around a campfire, and one pulls out a guitar, one pulls out a banjo, and the other one pulls out like a little fiddle or something. That's what it felt like. It felt very tidy and personal, and very, you know, like no nonsense, just very, you know, pretty much like that. That's what it sounded like to me. Let me read what the overview says. 2019 action adventure, Mobius Digital. The game is about a solar system trapped in a 22-minute time loop that resets after the sun goes supernova and destroys the system. What? Hold on, what? That's not where I thought it was going to go. Huh? Wait. That's a crazy... description. Okay, here, hold on. I don't know if this is spoilers, so be warned. The game follows the chapter... The game follows the player character as they explore a planetary system stuck in a 22-minute time loop that resets after the sun goes supernova and destroys the system. Through repeated attempts to investigate the alien ruins of the Nomai to discover their history and the cause of the time loop. Okay. Interesting. Let me see a screenshot. That's not where I thought that was going to go. I get a lot of screenshots of the box art, but not like of the gameplay. Seems to be very colorful. Everything looks nature and outside. I don't see any interior screenshots. Okay. That's not where I thought that was going to go, but okay. Let's go to the second song, Campfire Song. To be honest, I feel like every song is a campfire song in this game. If I were to make a guess, this would have an even more stripped down sound than the other two that I've heard. Like just nothing else besides maybe like an acoustic or something. Oh, to go on the first song, excuse me, the main theme. I'm pretty sure that was a 12-string guitar at the beginning. That's where you can... 12-string guitar is, for those that don't know, guitar is usually 6 strings, but a 12 is each string doubled. So it's got like a higher octave. So as soon as you hit one string, you're really hitting 2. So you hear like a boom and then a sound next to it. And it has really, really chimey sound, especially if you strum all 6 or 12 of them. It has a little bit of a dual guitar sound. So that's why it sounded like a 12-string to me. And then I think is a banjo after that. But sometimes I confuse the sound of a banjo and a resonator, so... Anyways, let's see what this one is. This is Campfire Song. There's electric guitar in this one, I think. Some electric signal. Electric guitar, though, playing the clean part. I think. So ambient. It's like the whole soundtrack. I'm gonna look at some more screenshots. Excuse me. Bagpipes? What is that? The soundtrack is so like adventurous. It's so like, let's go tackle this new day type of thing. So like a tambourine as well. reversed. Ooh. Oh, I don't have it currently set up. That's reversed. I'm tempted, but I might not do it. I don't have my software set up, but I do have something that can my digital audio workstation. I can flip it. I want to see what that sounds like, because usually when stuff like that exists, it's probably just something from the song that we just heard, like the intro, and then they just flipped it for like an artistic effect. If you were ever wondering what that little like sound was at the end, it's just the reverse. So, like, to me, that sounded like a guitar being played reversed. So I might do it, I might not, but yeah. Well, actually, knowing how the internet is now, you could probably just like Google. There's probably a website out there that lets you just put in a YouTube URL and hear it backwards or something. You know what I mean? I'm sure that exists. I remember, I remember when bands started doing that, like in the 60s and 70s. People thought it was like satanic. Actually, I don't even know when that started. I wonder what the first recorded instance of a reverse anything was. That's very curious, because the first thing I think of is Fire on High from Electric Light Orchestra. Damn, that song is sick. And if you hear that song, that first minute sounds like Satan. It sounds pretty demonic, you know. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. Anyways, this whole soundtrack, I feel like a lot of it is just so lighthearted and kind and nice. I don't know how else to put it. You know, it just sounds so... What's this? I don't know, help me out here. Have you guys ever seen the movie Tom and Huck from Disney with Jonathan Taylor Thomas and is it Brad Renfro? I used to love that movie. It's still good. It's actually not a kids movie at all. It's pretty dark. But if you think of that time period, which is, I'm pretty sure, like the 1800s, you know, like Tom Sawyer era, that style of music, whatever that is, I don't know like the proper term, but it sounds like a lot of that, whatever that genre, era, whatever you want to call it, I feel like that's all this soundtrack is, you know, go violins and just, I guess, kind of folk, but not really. I don't know. But the thing is, to write something like this, or what sounds like a whole soundtrack of it, I feel like you would either have to be grown up with that style of music, or really immerse yourself in some sort of media that features that. And I don't know what else would have that. It seems like more of something you would hear in movies, but it's also something that I've just been curious about, you know, like how do you get into that mindset of thinking of, because from what it sounded like in the description, it made it seem like it was kind of like a futuristic game. I'm kind of confused now because the game sound and looks very bare bones, old nature, but the plot sounded kind of like future, and you know what I mean? So it's a little bit of conflict there. But the music doesn't suggest anything like alien or anything. I don't know. Is there some kind of underlying badness to this game, or is it just, you know what I mean? I have no idea what to think of this game, but it's highly rated. People talk about it and they praise it. 10 out of 10 on Steam. That's another reason actually that I thought it might be like Journey or something, because those games are also highly praised, including myself, you know. But let me know if it's anything like that at all. It actually says no, and it's action adventure, so not, no, right? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I guess I'm just really curious. I know I've asked some of these questions in Timberhearth, but I don't remember any of those answers, and that was a while ago. So I'm gonna have to look at some of the comments for Timberhearth. But yeah, feel free to refresh my memory, as my memory it like dissipates as soon as the next video starts. So that's kind of the downside. Well, I don't know about downside. It's like a double-edged sword to doing these videos. Is I'm so focused on the video at the time and give it all my attention, but it's only for like at that time. You know what I mean? Unless it really sticks with me and I go play the games or something. But typically, it's like I give it its time. I'm immersed. I'm there. I try to guess or whatever, and then I just move on. You know, because I have to. So it's a little weird, you know, having so much brain power focused on something, and then it just goes away. That's how I never. That's why I end up asking like the same questions on some of these videos, because there's no way I'm going to retain all that information. It's more of like it's not in one ear and out the other, but it's like in one ear and then out the other. You know, I'm trying. Okay, cool. Well, let me know more about Outer Wilds. Does it deserve its praise? And are there any songs that are different, or do they all have this sort of quality, this character to it? And what is that genre I'm thinking of? Also, watch that movie. It's not for kids. It's I mean, it is a kids movie, but it's a good movie. I watched it kind of recently too, like maybe like 5 months ago or so. It's a really good movie. I think it's called The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It's a Disney movie. You'll find it. It's not hard to find. Okay. And let me know more about Andrew Prolo. What else have they done? Have I featured them before on my channel? Cool. Thank you, BioSleeve, and thank you to all the requesters. Thank you to all my patrons you see here. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. I will see you later. Peace.